Hello and welcome to our Sprint 1 Deliverable 5 tutorial. So in this sprint we did the first 3 use cases, which included managing clients, managing delivery routes, and managing backgrounds. As you can see, I have our Salesforce database schema pulled up here, looking very similar to the domain class diagram that we were given. Now, to demonstrate some of the functionality of our database, I'm going to go through a few of our CRUD functions. Alright, so here we are adding a new client. You can see the form here with all of the attributes from the domain class diagram and our database schema. So if I just add myself, make up a shorter last name really quickly. I live 1234 Athens Way in Athens, Georgia. I have standard phone number. No delivery directions for the purposes of this. Senior count, we'll say I have 1 senior and 3 youth in my household. The total household count is a formula field in our database, so this will be automatically calculated. And then I'll add number of containers. We'll just say 4 at this point, and we'll save. So now you can view my client record. So this is for Jessica Hutt. This is my automatically generated client ID, my address, phone number. I didn't add any delivery directions here, but let's just demonstrate the updating. I could add some, so if I press edit, I can just write leave on doorstep, beware of dog, and save. So now we've updated my client record, so this is now demonstrating how we can create and update a record. You see my address, name, phone number, client ID, and name. Then you see the senior count I entered earlier, the youth count here, and then household count, which I mentioned would be automatically populated. So here we see how that's added the 3 and the 1 to a 4. So now we've seen how the client can be added and updated, and now I will use a different tab in our database to demonstrate how we can delete or maybe add another record. So here we are again. Now we are adding a delivery route. So I'm just going to call this route Eastside Athens route. Route ID of 3, let's just say weekly cycle of 2. For these purposes, I'm going to say Eastside and Monday. And I will create a new record. Now we're reading the record so you can see everything that I just added. We saw the update earlier with clients, so now I'm going to demonstrate how we can delete a record. So I'll just hit this button right here, delete. I will say that I am sure, and now we only have our original test route, which was route 1. Lastly, I'm going to demonstrate on backgrounds how you can again add, update, read, and delete a record. Alright, now that we've seen the read, creates, updates on the other tabs, I'm now going to demonstrate another delete here on background, where I have a sample background. with the name of Wednesday. It's linked to this client's background ID. Background of 5, the household count is 4, and now we're going to delete it. We're sure, and it's gone. So that pretty much wraps up the functionality that we've developed in this deliverable. But aside from all of these things, we've also created the various diagrams. For example, the sequence diagram, BPMN diagrams for each user story in this sprint. So we are on par with our revised sprint planning that we did after our last deliverable. In the future, I think we can improve as far as getting the sample data given to us on ELC into the database before we record this screencast. So as of right now, we have all of the diagrams and everything finished for the deliverable. We just need to import all of Professor Karahana's data. So that is all for this deliverable. I've shown the CRUD functionality for clients, delivery routes, and backgrounds. Also discussed our progress in this sprint, how we are on time, but in the future we still need to import the sample data from ELC. So thank you for listening.